Sup everyone, it's me Attacker72 here, and in today's video, today's topic of the video is that June is about to come anytime soon, pretty much. I mean, we're kind of this close. I think we're like in the 28th of May right now, and currently right now, all we know about what's happening is that in June, we will be getting the official announcement and reveal of who this ARMS fighter could possibly be. When Nintendo back in March said that pretty much this character is going to be from ARMS, we were left with nothing but just a dry spell. We were all left speculating on who this fighter could possibly be right now. But today, I will be predicting my final thoughts and what I actually think of who this ARMS fighter could possibly be next month. So, with all that out of the way, let's just get started. So right here on your screens right now, you can pretty much see I'd split things into 4 sections of who this ARMS fighter could really be. And first off, let's start off with the characters I just kind of think are a mad choice, and the ones I kind of think that will never happen, pretty much in my opinion. So the main choices I chose is Lollipop, Mechanica, Master Mummy, and Bite and Bark. Bite and Bark is a unique character because they're pretty much like this is a character who's pretty much a duo, and we rarely got those characters in the game. Like, we got Banjo-Kazooie, Ice Climbers, and I don't remember another duo. There was another duo character that I don't remember. But anyways, this is pretty much mad choices I actually chose because I just kind of think that they're just kind of like, Master Mummy can pretty much heal himself whenever he shields. Bark pretty much can actually fight back unless Bite can actually commands or like punches through like the opponent. Lollipop can pretty much like inflates herself to like as a shield or some sort. But honestly, I just kind of think those characters would never make it. But oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that this is pretty much a speculation and my personal opinions on who I think the ARMS fighter is. And look, I know those characters aren't confirmed. We just do not know of who this ARMS fighter is. I just want to get it out of the way. But anyways, these are the mad choices. The other ones I want to talk about are the cool choices. And I chose 5 characters in the cool choices because I actually think these characters are actually really interesting, and I kind of think they would actually be an interesting fighter. That is Helix, Kid Cobra, Spring-Tron, Dr. Coil, and Masengo. Dr. Coil is a cool choice. It's like, that would be I would put it in the 3rd section, which is understandable. But honestly, guys, I kind of think that Dr. Coil would just be like a mad character to me. But she is a cool character because this is actually a female villain, and we actually rarely get any of those characters aside from Wendy and Dark Samus. But anyways, I would actually like to see Dr. Coil since she is pretty much the creator of Spring-Tron, the Headlock, which is pretty much one of the secret bosses in there, and an accidental experience with Helix. And speaking of Helix would be really a cool choice because his whole gimmick is pretty much a blobby form where he can pretty much like stretch his entire body out and dodges the opponent's punches pretty much. Kid Cobra, whenever Kid Cobra ever punches it, he pretty much slithers his arms to the opponent, and I actually find that a cool choice. Masengo as well. Masengo pretty much has those spirits floating right next to him, and I think whenever he shields, there's pretty much a spirit that pretty much like possesses him, like a shield or some sort of like offense attack or something. And those 4 characters are cool. And now I want to mention Spring-Tron. Spring-Tron will also be a cool choice because its Springman was an assist trophy, and also, guys, I will mention and talk about it in the 3rd section. Spring-Tron would also be a thing, because if we cannot have Springman, then Spring-Tron would actually be another acceptable thing, because Spring-Tron is pretty much like an identical clone to Springman, because if you guys have never played ARMS before, Spring-Tron and Springman pretty much have the same arms, like mechanic, like they pretty much have the same arms, like gear and all that. I mean, that's pretty much what the Spring-Tron could really much be, a clone, honestly. And I can see Spring-Tron being in the game somehow. But like I said, this is pretty much like, I kind of find these 5 characters really interesting. The first one I mentioned is just like a mad choice. And now let's talk about the 3rd choice. These are the understandable characters because like if these characters are actually in Smash Brothers, I actually find it understandable. And I chose like 6 characters. And the first one I'm going to talk about is Spring-a-Man. Now, I know, guys, I know most of you really don't want to see Spring-Man in this game due to the fact that he's an assist trophy, and if he's in the game while being an assist trophy, then I know you all will get annoyed about the whole comments about Waluigi and some sorts. And also, guys, there's been a whole conversation, a whole argument saying that if Spring-Man was actually gonna be in the game, then that would mean that Springtron would actually have to be a replacement assist trophy. Honestly, guys, I'm gonna stop you right there because that is actually false. Why do I say that? It's actually simple. And oh yeah, guys, before I talk about that, don't mind these 2 black spots right there. I mean, I kind of messed things up a bit. But anyways, that is not honestly true. The reason why I say that, because there are actually certain stages that assist trophies that actually cannot be summoned in any of those stages. So, for example, I'm actually in, like, the wiki right now, and I'm in the stage part of Kirby or Dreamland Game Boy, and right here, you can, oh yeah, guys, you can also pause if you actually want to read it. As you can see here, these are the names and the following assist trophies that cannot actually be summoned in there, like, for example, Devil and Andross, Nightmare, and pretty much the Thwomp. The next one is pretty much the Mute City, the 3DS one to be the 3DS one to be specific. As you can see here, there's a lot of assist trophies that can be summoned here. The Wii Fit stage cannot actually summon a few stages, like a few assist trophies, like, for example, Alucard, because he pretty much cannot be summoned due to the fact that, like, Alucard is a vampire and there was a mirror in the background, and vampires can pretty much be reflected in mirrors. Green Hill Zone pretty much cannot have Knuckles to be in there due to the fact that Knuckles is already in the background with Tails and Silver, with Midna, Color TV 15, and the Squitch Sisters not actually appearing in there. Then we also got the King of Fighters Stadium. These are pretty much a lot. And like I said, you can pause them all you want so you can actually see what I'm talking about. And then I'm also at, like, the Tour Timer stage, and Captain is like, we also got Andross, Captain, Color TV, you kind of get my point. And the Town and City stage from Animal Crossing, Captain cannot be summoned due to the fact that he's already a stage element. Dr. Kawashima and the Ghost, those specific, like, stages literally just cannot have assist trophies that actually cannot be summoned in there. And believe me, guys, there is a lot of stages that actually has certain they can actually disable the assist trophies that actually cannot be summoned in there. Like, what I mean is that if you go to a stage, there are certain assist trophies that actually cannot be summoned in there. I mean, I don't think most of you are actually aware of that pretty much, but honestly, that's pretty much all I want to talk about right now. So if you all don't believe me, go to, like, I don't know, like the training stage, and then go to the assist trophy section, and you can actually see what I literally mean by this. With all that out of the way, Spring-Man would actually be an understandable choice, cause he's pretty much like the main character and the poster boy of ARMS. But it would also be understandable if Ribbon Girl is also in here, because Ribbon Girl, I know, she's a spirit, okay? Stop, I get it in the comments, but let me tell you this, guys. If you're gonna ask me if spirits does deconfirm characters, or tell me that, my answer is invalid, because there is literally, because I actually have no, I have no involvement of pretty much anything, but I get their spirits, okay? I know 5 of them are spirits right now, as if you see on the screen. I get it, okay? But you don't have to argue about that in the comments, okay? Min Min and Twintail, I put them in the understandable choices because there are really popular choices, and I don't understand how or why they're even popular in the first place. Min Min, though, would actually make sense due to the fact that, like, if you all are not aware, back in 2018, I think, there was actually an ARMS tournament, and it actually determined on pretty much the popularity of the character, and Min Min actually won the tournament, and that would also be pretty much an understandable choice if Min Min was actually in this game. Plus, also, her arms are pretty much made out of ramen noodles, which is pretty much like a cartoony thing, which is pretty much how Smash Bros. Is. Twintail is also another understandable thing, because she is pretty much like not a popular choice, like I said, but she is also a unique fighter because she can pretty much punch with her hair instead of her actual arms. And stop saying that Twintail is out of the run, okay? Just because that she, like, because if you're saying that Twintail cannot stretch because she can't even stretch her arms, that means she cannot be in Smash. So, guys, she can still stretch her arms. She can still stretch. The whole point of the roster saying that the character itself is pretty much, I don't know, like a bizarre thing because they can stretch pretty much. But anyways, with all that, I want to talk about the last two characters, Ninjara, because if y'all didn't know, Ninjara actually was one of the developers like Proud Choices and Proud Creations they ever made. And I don't know the rest of the story, but honestly, you guys might know what I'm talking about, what I actually meant by the whole like development with Ninjara. And now, finally, Max Brass. Max Brass is another popular choice, and this would honestly be understandable, because Max Brass is the commissioner of the ARMS. He's also the first ever boss you can actually face, and he's also a boss, and he's also a boss, but you can also play as him, and then you fight him as a boss, which honestly is really interesting. And honestly, who doesn't like Max Brass? For those in the comments, put hashtag Max Brass for Smash, for those who actually are a fan of Max Brass. Honestly, I really want to see Max Brass in the game at any point. But, in the beginning, I did say that there are actually I put 4 sections of the ARMS fighter, and I actually put other possibilities. I put 4 things right now, and I'm gonna have to do this quick right now, so the 4 choices I chose is that if the character is not from the first ARMS, then it's pretty much a character from the sequel ARMS, which some people actually speculated, though I honestly doubt that, because Nintendo would have told us an announcement of an ARMS 2 game coming out, possibly this year or some sorts. The next possibility I want to talk about was an unannounced character for ARMS. Because currently right now, we got 5 characters from ARMS who are pretty much spirits. Springman, Min, Ribbon Girl, Twintail, and Ninjara. And we only got 10 characters, but what if it's actually another character that hasn't been in ARMS yet? Now, ARMS hasn't been pretty much been updated for since 2018, I think. And honestly, I would actually want to see a character that is actually not from ARMS yet. And I can understand why now, because, I mean, it's a new character, and no one could possibly expect that. The other choice I want to talk about is all of them. There's been a whole speculation saying that there could pretty much be alternate costumes of the character, pretty much being all 15 characters being in Smash Bros. As much as cool as it is, I honestly don't think it would happen, because honestly, and I get that Linomac pretty much had 16 costumes for Smash for Wii and 3DS, but honestly, all of them would actually kind of be a bit interesting, and also kind of a bit of a meh in my choice. And now the last possibility I want to talk about is an entire Chol. Now, I know that might not happen, okay? I know a Chol character is not going to happen. And for all we know, what if this isn't pretty much an entire Chol, and this is pretty much just someone else we didn't even expect? Now, I know, like I said, I know it's not gonna happen, but it would really be cool and not surprising to me if that actually would happen. But anyways, guys, these are all the characters I want to talk about. So, in case you ask me in the comments, which ARMS fighter do I actually want for Smash Bros. Ultimate's DLC, I chose 5 characters: Max Brass, Springman, Min, Spring-chan, and Helix. Those are the 5 characters I like to see in the game. If it's on another character that isn't one of the 5 I chose, then you know what, it's fine. At least an ARMS character's in this game. But anyways, guys, this is pretty much the entire video, so let me know what you think of who this ARMS fighter could possibly be, and let me know if you are prepared for the ARMS fighter to come this June of 2020, and pretty much tell me your opinions of what I think about it. So, with all that out of the way, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Remember this, once a legend, always a legend.